Hi classes, we're going to be doing something a little bit differently today. You are going to be working independently and self-directed through most of the day today. So to get you started, we're going to walk through the agenda and the practice or homework before you get started. So as you can see at the bottom, we have your homework. The first piece is going to be to revise your essay to fix any issues you found during editing activity. You'll be doing this editing activity today. All right, and so hopefully you will get that done. The next piece is to print to the final draft and bring all parts of the writing process to your next class to turn in. If you don't have a printer at home, please try to come to the Media Center early in the morning or after school and get that printed so you can get all of that turned in. And please make sure to have your paragraph organizers with you as well. Like I've said, those things also need to be turned in. The other piece of homework, as you can see, is to study for your summative vocab test. Okay, that's going to be Thursday or Friday, and that will be the other last piece that goes into the gradebook before the end of the semester. So that's important that you spend some time studying for that as well. If you take a look back up at the agenda, the second piece talks about your essay rubric. Now, as you remember, we talked about your essay rubric in the last class, and I just wanted to quickly go over that as a reminder for all of you. So as you can see, here is your rubric. Right, there are 4 different bands: minimal, adequate, competent, and sophisticated. Now, typically, your goal is to be right around here, right around this 5, that competent. So if you, as you go through and you edit and look at your paper, you want to make sure that these things are following along with what's in your paper, right? Are you using a variety of transitions? Okay, are they all there? Do you have all of them where they need to be? Is your thesis statement clear? Can I understand exactly what you're saying? Do I know the symbols that you're going to talk about? What is your theme? All of these things need to be here, okay? And as a reminder, you can kind of place all over the board. You could be adequate at the writing process, okay, but you could be competent on many of these other levels. And remember, this is a large grade, so you want to make sure to look through the rubric again as you go through and read your paper before you turn it in, okay? Let's look back at your agenda. The second piece is just talking about the writing process. Now, I know in class we've talked about the writing process before. We have the writing process picture up in our room, and we've kind of talked about how it's important to not only learn how to write a thesis paper, but to know what the writing process involves. So the first piece, again, is that pre-writing part, okay, the ideas and the content, right? What kind of ideas do you have? How do you want to write your paper? And we did this by using your bubble map. Okay, we mapped out what your symbols were going to be, what your point and proofs were going to be. The next step was working on the draft, right, the organization. We have your paragraph organizers that you used, along with the ones for your introduction and your conclusion. So you'll have the drafting of this. That's what you're doing, is drafting that and then creating your very first typed draft of your paper. And we've done a lot of work in this area as well. The next piece is the revising, what you're going to be working on today. Looking over your paper. Okay, you're going to be going through your self-edit and looking for things that you need to fix or something that you might need to take out, right? If you use I, right, you're going to want to go ahead and mark that to make sure that you take that out. And that kind of goes right into that editing piece, right? Taking out the things that need to be taken out. Do you need to add something that you maybe missed or didn't get written down, or didn't get that was written down on your paragraph organizer that isn't in your typed part? Okay, so that's kind of what you're doing. And then there's that end piece, the publishing, right? Turning it in, publishing that final draft and getting that turned in to me. So that's kind of, again, what the writing process looked like, and I just wanted to give you another visual example. If you look back here, again, now that we're at their agenda, the next piece is really important because you're going to be doing this next piece independently and self-directed, like I said. So there are 2 things, or 2 options I should say, that you have, okay? So if you came completed with your thesis, essay draft done, you have everything ready to go, then you are going to flex. Your flex directions are at this blue flex link, and you're going to go down to the Media Center and work quietly down there and follow those directions, okay? Because you got your paper done, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Awesome. However, if you are not yet done with your draft, okay, that is something that needs to happen, right? You've been given a lot of time to make sure that your work is done, and if it's not completed, that needs to get done first. So you will be staying in the class, completely writing out your draft, and then you are going to do the editing process, and you will follow these directions, okay? So once again, if you are flexing, here are the directions in which you will follow. And if you are staying in class to complete your draft, here are the directions in which you will follow. And they're step by step for you, and they're all written out there, okay? So you're going to be spending most of your day working hard to get this turned in. Now, as a reminder, you do need to get your final draft printed, all right? So work hard today, and good luck.